I'm so sorry that we are late. We
It's
had
okay.
a bit of excitement. A baby goat was just delivered.
So I'm Bill Mangiardi, Director of Farm Facilities here.
And I'm Jennifer Thompson, Director of Hancock Shaker Village, and we're in the Dairy L of the Roundstone Barn. And first, we're going to introduce you to our newest arrival, which is about 10 minutes young.
So we were given one of these shortly ago, and we were talking about this is our last goat to have her baby. And I looked down and I could tell things were starting to come around. And this little sweetheart was just born. He just stood up about 10 minutes ago. And he's never really...
Not camera shy.
He hasn't even nursed yet. It's essential I'll get him nursing as soon as possible. And I'm gonna try and do that right now. So once he knows where the milk's coming from, mommy just will help him. Once he gets a taste of that, he'll have to every 3 hours go back. Now this was a very difficult birth. One leg was stuck behind her, and it's essential that you're here to help him. She was having a lot of trouble. We videoed that. Hopefully you can see it. And I had to straighten her out, straighten out the leg, and different things happen to these little guys. So it's essential that you're here to make sure everybody has a fighting chance. Now he's just gonna start to nurse. How you doing, precious? And we keep them in these little areas separated from the other goats because we want them to bond.
Oh.
And as you see, he's trying to figure it out, how to nurse. He hasn't quite figured it out, but he will. They're underneath there. The mother has 2 udders, and that's how she feeds. By the looks of it, she's not gonna have any more. All right, he just got a taste of it. So now he knows what to do. You can see that, and you'll see his little tail wiggle. I know he's getting something. So that's a good thing. And this is mommy's first time, so she was very new at this whole process. She's doing very good. She'll get it down. And we're gonna move to the next pen, and I'm gonna show you our new lambs.
So this is a really good example of what baby animals on the farm is like at Hancock Shaker Village. And we have had goats and sheep arrive, little lambs. None of the pigs have been born yet. And while we usually have baby animals in April, Billy tells me that they'll still be babies in June and not teenagers. So with any luck, if the world can open up in June, we'll definitely be sharing baby animals. But for now, we want to share it with everybody virtually.
So it's a little sad that you guys can't come and see them in person, but like Jennifer just stated, it's good that we get modern things. We are able to share this with you. You know, one thing I really miss is all the kids coming here. I've been here for about 17 years, and baby animals going on for 18 years, and I've been part of that, and it's grown, and it's a big thing, and it's become a tradition here in the Brookshires, which is very humbling, and I watch kids and families grow up over the years, just like I watch these guys. They're all nursing. They need something every 3 or 4 hours. And then they get older, they start eating a little hay, a little grain, and they do a little better on their own. But at this point, they're totally dependent on mom. And now, if mom has rejected one for some reason, then they get totally dependent on me. I had a couple in the house until I persuaded the mom the other day to take them back. We had one over here, a first-time mom didn't know what to do, so it takes a little time. That's why you need a little area, like a lambing pen or a goating pen, just so you are a kidding pen, I should say. So baby goats are called kids. The little boys are called bucks. The little girls are does, just like a deer. And goats very close resemble deer. Now these sheep and goats are very compatible. You can raise them together and let them graze together and different things. Goats tend to eat browse like a deer does, little twigs and brush and different types of things. And sheep like nice, fresh, low green grass. I kind of know when things are gonna happen. I can pin it down to with within a few days or a week. And at that time, I come in 4 a.m. I'll check everything. Before that, like my caretaker on the farm here, he'll come in and, you know, he's not really an animal person, but with today's technology, takes a picture of something, sends it to me if there's an issue, and I know. So I know over the night these guys are taken care of, because it's essential you pay attention. You know, wishful thinking or wishful hoping something turns out good is not an option on the farm. You have to pay attention. So during the day, we have people check on them continuously, myself and others. I don't personally. I have 2 farms and this place as well. My staff names them. The Shakers never named animals. Everything to me is a little sweetheart, little baby, little honey, or whatever. But I tend not to name them. Sure, now and then I'll pick something for one, that fat little brown calf or something like that, you know, but usually I tend not to try to do that.
We did have a contest on Facebook about 3 weeks ago with a baby goat, and the mother's name was Mayo. And the tradition is you name the offspring with the first initial. So we asked our Facebook friends, and we got about, 400 suggestions. And Mustard won. So Mayo had Mustard.
So this little guy here, they're pretty intelligent. He wanted some grain. So he's too small to lift to the trough. So he waited till his mom laid down, stood up on the back there, and look at him. He's getting all the grain he can eat.
He's gonna be a surfer. So one thing, Kimberly, is that, you know, we obviously all are feeling so sad that we're in this time of social isolation and everything being closed. And yet, I think those of us who are working here feel this joy in the gardens being planted and this new life in the barn. And we wanted to share it. And we recorded the birth of a lamb. We live streamed it, and we had about 13,000 views. And we realized that we needed to share it more. So we're doing live stream on Facebook every Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. Each week we're picking a different animal that Billy talks about. And we're also doing Zoom meetings. So we had 2 3rd grades from Rye, New York, who saw the goat when she was about to deliver. And then we were in the middle of a Zoom meeting, and very wide-eyed people saw the baby being delivered, so, which we've recorded.
But this is, you know, not to be mistaken with a petting zoo or anything like that. This is a real farm. I run it like a real farm. We have a CSA, a vegetable CSA, we have a meat CSA, one for the summer, one for the winter. So everything is taken care of extremely well. The vegetables in the CSA go to 60, actually increased it this year, 65 members. The head gardener, Lauren Petrowski, does a great job with that. My farm manager here for the livestock is Allison Kowalczyk. She does a fantastic job. She's just been with us for a year or so, but she's been doing a great job with these animals as well. You know, part of taking care of animals, gardens, or anything is preventive maintenance. Everything has to be taken care of well, healthy, fed well along the way, not just once in a while.
And we also, Kimberly, we give away about 15% of our produce each year to local food banks to help people with food insecurities. And, you know, we made a really, we thought, important decision. Billy came to me, and even though we weren't open, and even though we had to lay off people, we had to make a decision in March, just as the COVID virus was hitting, of whether or not to plant for the year. And we decided that it was really important. And I would also say that, you know, we think that this site is so important for the history of Pittsfield. You know, the Shakers settled here in 1783, and it's, you know, it sprawls over Hancock, Richmond, and Pittsfield. And it's the oldest working farm in the region. And it's the only place where, when we're open, you can come 7 days a week and ask a farmer questions and see how regenerative farming really works.
Yeah.
So I don't think once all the museums open up, I don't think there's another museum that has more social distance than we do with our 20 buildings our 2 barns, the doors flung open, the windows high. So,
We also have 780 acres.
yeah. Well, when you think that, in 1959, the last of the Shakers left, and there were 3 elderly Shakeresses. And Amy Bess Miller, who was the wife of the publisher of the Berkshire Eagle, led the charge to save this historic property. A developer wanted to buy it and raise all the buildings except the Roundstone Barn and turn it into a horse track. And she told the Shakers that she would turn it into a museum. When it became a museum, the Roundstone Barn was uninhabitable. The Beinecke family led a restoration effort, which restored the barn completely. Obviously, we have 20 historic buildings on 750 acres, and I have a lamb eating my coat. I think I'm the only museum director who can say that. So it's part of our heritage, but it's also a way to show the Shakers through a contemporary lens. So we have, a lot of programming today with music, with exhibitions, with performances, with workshops, with lectures, and we cannot wait to welcome people back.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun.